Hey everybody, it is Garrett, and today I wanted to talk about some things I have been pondering and thinking about, and they have to do with alliteration. Now, I do have some question stuff right here. Most of the answers are just going to be off the cuff, so bear with me. But I've been focusing a lot on alliteration, which is, the same repetitious consonant or maybe even vowel sound said throughout a line in poetry. And the question I have that I've been trying to think about is, can something be alliterative if the initial consonants make the same sound but they are not the same letter? Is that still alliterative? And is it still alliterative if the first letter of the word is different from the emphasized consonant sound? So, in other words, for the second half, um, the word city or the word capital, can those still be alliterative in nature? Or, can something like kingdom and incubated be considered alliterative in nature? Because keep in mind, when alliteration is being developed in Older English and Middle English, even, we're getting a situation where a lot of those first initial letters are actually the letters that make up the uh, sounds that they're supposed to. So a lot of the time, you'll have in that Middle English, especially with Chaucer, and yeah, Chaucer's the one that comes to mind right now. You'll have the consonants be correct, but when you translate it over, the word is different. And so the alliteration sort of shifts a little bit because the initial letters at the beginning of each of the words that are supposed to make the alliterative effect or sound aren't the same. And so for me, I do think that it's still alliterative in nature. I don't think it's entirely straightforward alliteration. I do think that there's something a little bit more to it. As I said, if you say the word kingdom and then you say the word incubate, you're getting you're getting that in sound at the beginning, versus kingdom, you're saying the K sound, which also can um, substitute as like the k version of C. Um, I think that they are still alliterative in nature. It's just that the letters are different now. Like, maybe when those words were first being used, I think you would have had the consonants being the same. But when you lose the same consonants, you can still have the alliterative effect without losing the actual uh, um, alliteration itself. So yeah. Um, and then obviously, as I already said with the second one, um, this one is actually another one. So, like I said with the second question, is it still alliterative if the first letter of the word is different from the emphasized consonant sound? And the example that I gave here is, my ability to brandish the bow is unabated. Okay, so ability, you start with an A. Brandish, you start with a B. Bow, you start with a B. Unabated, you start with a U and A. Is that still alliterative in nature? Technically, yes. If we're basing it purely off of sound and the phonics behind it, it is alliterative. It's just those initial letters aren't um, the ones where the alliteration is coming from, I would say. Yeah. So that'll kind of do it for this video. Um, I know I'm probably like overcomplicating this whole thing, but I just wanted to kind of provide and share some thoughts on alliteration in poetry and think about maybe how that alliteration functions if the letters initially aren't the alliterative sound being made. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks, everybody, and have yourselves a wonderful day.